Liberal women melt down over Taylor becoming conservative.
Well, it was predicted. Taylor Swift is getting her fairy tale ending, marrying
Yep,
her husband and putting out a new album that people.
because having a happy family, being married, and probably wanting kids in the future is the right wing thing. That's weird. That having happy lives, happy families, and loving friends and family around you is right wing. That's weird.
Are claiming is super cringe. Yo, she legit has a song where she's just singing about Travis Kelce's penis. YouTube's got a thing where if you say naughty words in the first 30 seconds, you get in trouble. So, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, legit, the song is called Wood. Seriously, WOOD. Oh my. Anyway, take a look at this viral TikTok where this crazy lady is basically like, Taylor Swift has become a Nazi.
She's probably upset because her favorite singer is not on the same political side as her anymore. So, I'm actually a curious thought of, is Taylor switching and, becoming a little more conservative than just how her actions are, the things she is practicing in her life that are traditionally conservative, if that's going to cause any shift in the women? I'm having high doubts, but I still have hope for a few.
Because Taylor Swift is like, I'm married and happy now. She's a Nazi.
Yeah,
oh, God.
If being a Nazi is happy, then I'm the biggest Nazi on the planet.
Let's roll tape.
Taylor Swift is handing the conservative agenda on a silver platter to the masses. And before I go any further, and before you argue with me, you cannot convince me that the master lyricist of our generation.
Also, remember, Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris and probably voted for her because she doesn't like Trump. Take that into consideration, lefties.
Akin to Shakespeare, the Easter egg master of our generation is not aware of what her entire optics and lyrics and album and everything is giving at this very moment. And before you suggest that this was supposed to be a satirical album, I would like to remind you how she feels about this album in her own words.
She's probably extremely happy about it, proud to release yet another album that her fan base will gobble up and buy 28 damn times.
World to me to have this creative experience where we knew that we had to bring the best ideas we've ever had.
Yeah.
And I also know the pressure I'm putting on this record by saying that, but I don't care because I love it that much. And there's not other ones coming. This is the record I've been wanting to make for a very long time.
Well, I bet you it'll be the last one, because after this, you only get 2 albums. You get albums that are just all happy, lovey-dovey songs that she doesn't really do anymore, because she specializes in the breakup song genre for decades. And the other option is you get they divorce and she gets the Fuck Men Divorced album. There's only 2 ways this could go. Let's take our bets. I'm betting for the first one, where she stays married, has a good, happy future, potentially a couple kids or something to keep the family lineage going along, because, honestly, an athlete and a good-looking singer, no one can doubt that part. They definitely both have the ability to make some beautiful babies. So, I'm going to guess she'll wind up going the albums just won't do as well. She'll still sell millions of them, but they won't be as good anymore. She might not have as many top number 1 songs. I'm going to guess that
There's
route.
not other ones coming. Is Taylor Swift announcing she's getting married and retiring? Well,
that could be a third path, actually. I didn't even think of that one. The third path of, this is the last album, I'm done. That could be an interesting one. I mean, she did just finish up one of the world's largest tours ever for an artist. And you can't even take the amount of fan base she got over that entire tour is bigger than any artist in history. I wouldn't say she's bigger than Michael Jackson, because he could get whole rooms of people to faint by just standing there, staring. And yeah, it's one of those where it's we'll see what happens. I'm betting that it'll be she'll release more albums, but they'll be more on the happy side of things, that she's not as experienced writing, and she might have a hit or 2, but nothing at number 1.
The response to this are really hilarious. It's that people are saying, when you date a woman who's 37, you can see how desperate they are. Yikes.
Try to rapid fire this as fast as I can so that my video is not an hour long, but we're going to start with the rollout of the album, the announcement of the album on our Boyfriends Football podcast.
And
our boyfriend
Okay.
who plays for the NFL, who we are now aligned.
Does she have her own podcast where she could have announced it on? Or would you have rather her just made a freaking tweet?
Aligning our brand with,
Okay.
who is one of the most racist and problematic industries in our country.
problematic. What does that mean? These people are,
Define that, honey.
you know, I hate swearing on YouTube because I know that some people like listening to these podcasts with their kids around. So I'm just going to say swear from now on, or quack. I'll do that. It's my favorite censorship sound. You ever see the duck sound?
Yes. Fat Electrician does his quacks for any time for things like that. He also does have just regular swears on, but sometimes he'll have a little quack. I mean, Donut Operator, he'll use the quack sounds when gunfire's going off when he's reacting to cop videos, body cams. So yeah, I do love that quack censor sound.
This chick is crazy.
I frankly don't fucking care about censoring things. If I get censored by the platform, so be it.
Okay? She is
If the platform were to change all their rules and tomorrow you can't swear anymore, I guess I'd never be monetized, and I'd have my videos hidden.
retarded. They have no idea what words they're saying. They have no idea what words mean even.
Yes. Listen, I don't know how long Taylor Swift's been doing this, but I know it's been a pretty good amount of time. She's working
Like almost 30 years. Nearly as long as I've been alive, she's been making music.
pretty hard for her career. But why are we sharing what you are saying?
Why are we centering a man? Why are we sharing our spotlight with a man?
She's not sharing, she's sharing the moments she gets to have with said man. Because, you know, having a partner in life is a good thing. It's good to have people around you who care for you.
Because men like women, women like men.
That too.
I had a baby. You all know I have a
Simple.
baby. So my baby is a celebrity. And I don't mean that in a bragging, haha, I'm so famous. No, I literally mean when my wife walks down the street with the stroller, women are all going, ooh, and they're all getting excited and they want to meet the baby.
Yeah.
Because women love babies a lot. Men like babies too, but women like babies more. That's why we have babies. That's how humans survive. I have no shame, nor is there
Exactly.
any degradation of man by pointing out that women like babies more than men. That's just the way it goes. So Taylor Swift, a woman, is with a man. She is happy. They're probably going to have kids.
Is the best piece of work you've ever put out, and you're going to share it with a man?
I'm curious to see Taylor's fan base, whether they stay with her and just keep going on the same brainwash Taylor path, where all her fans just continue to buy everything she puts out, listen to every single thing, like it's, you know, a god to like she's a god to them. Because I bet you to some, they do kind of have a shrine for her and worship her a little bit. Like, that's not a normal thing people do, guys. You should take a step back and look at yourselves if you have one. But I'm wondering if, you know, which part of the fan base are they going to turn on her and be like, oh, she's conservative now, I can't listen to her because that's the lefty mentality? Or are they going to be able to change their tune and go, oh, so I can like someone that kind of has differing opinions than me?
Yeah.
In that pause,
I love this. You know, there are a lot of
it makes her look like she's unzipping her face with what appears to be hair that's just popping up there, but that's kind of funny. Looks like she's about to unzip and become the alien.
there are a lot of people that live in this sad world, like these red pill guys, where and I'll have this debate with Myron or whoever else, and I'll say it before, I'll say it again. Myron's like, like women, the way they do things, and like they're always looking for something better, blah blah. And I'm like, bro, it's because you live in Miami, dude. Church, guys, I got advice for you.
They always want better because you live in Miami. You could say the same thing about California girls, because they always are gold diggers and looking for something, bigger and better, if you catch my drift.
If you were a young Gen Z guy and you want to meet women, First of all, work on yourself, improve yourself, figure out how to be better, be strong. Really, if you want to be more charismatic and confident, just boost your testosterone. Like, not even a joke. That'll make you aggressive as is. So start lifting, start exercising, okay? Eat right, sleep right. Sleep is extremely important for testosterone. Then,
Sleep is definitely a weakness I have. I have a shit sleep schedule. I sometimes go to bed at midnight. I go to bed at 8 p.m. I'll go to bed at 4 a.m. I'll go to bed at 6 a.m. sometimes if I'm really pushing it past the, oh, gotta go to bed kind of
job at
scenario.
Turning Point USA. Like all the people who work at Turning Point USA are well, I shouldn't say literally everybody, but of the people that, I was just over there, they're all honorable, virtuous young people. You got to fish where the fish are. You want to go fish in a swamp full of like pollution and oil and grease? Don't be surprised when you catch a fish you can't eat. And you're like, fish are disgusting. No, bro, you're just fishing in a polluted swamp. Okay?
Yep.
This chick is.
I love this analogy that he's using. Of course, you're like, how people are on dating apps. It's like, from what I've heard, Gen Z is like taking the dating apps and going, yeah, I don't want to be on there. I don't want to have to do anything with that. I want to meet people, but I don't know where to go to meet people. And I'm in the same boat as that one. I'm like, where do you meet people? I don't like to go out clubbing. I'm not big on going to the bars and drinking all the time. So it's like those two options of traditional meeting places are out. I'm not a coffee person, so coffee shops are like, yeah, I'll go for a hot cocoa date or something maybe if it's cool enough out, but I'm not going to go do that in the middle of summer or something. That just won't happen. It's like, come on, where do you meet people? Are you just going to go up to and flirt with the girl who's working at the, the retail store? Are you going to flirt with the cashier? Are you going to go to the restaurant and flirt with the girl working the front counter or the guy working the front counter if you're a girl? Or if you're a gay guy who wants to fly that way, hey, by all means, go flirt with the guy at the counter. Go flirt with the girl at the counter. Do what you want. Find a person for you, though, is the important part here. Finding someone who you can love, cherish, and spend all your time with, or a majority of your time with, and then you can, grow old, make a family together. And one day, hopefully, you guys are together and, you pass and you both are peacefully in an afterlife that you believe together.
Look at that face. Blah.
You're going to announce it with a... This is where the optics are starting. We
What
are
optics?
creeping our way down the conservative pipeline. And before you say that's...
No, you're reaching, honey.
You're
Taylor's one of the most liberal artists on the planet. She may have some little details that are slightly on the more conservative side of thing, but I think she's always had those. There are a few things where I think majorly she leans left. However, on wanting a family, wanting a husband, being happy, I think she's all far right with those where she'd be very conservative on those beliefs. Family, children, having both parents in the home. I think those are all things that are very important to her.
saying that
It's why she's taken so long to find someone whom she wants to marry this whole time.
having a boyfriend is conservative.
That too. That's the wild thing that she's assuming.
The engagement.
I hope she likes domestic violence, because that's the average lesbian couple is a higher level of domestic violence than the average straight couple, and the average gay couple's even lower than that on guys.
They got engaged as
Indeed they did.
package deal with the album rollout. Yes, they did.
cool.
The album was announced, and 1 day later, 2 days later, it was announced that they were...
Oh, that's fun. So she planned to announce it when everybody's paying attention. How smart! What a crazy business idea. Wow, everybody's talking about me and I have something else to share. I'm gonna share it.
engaged. We could talk about how manipulative
Wild.
it is. We could talk about how inauthentic it is. We could also talk about how it is yet another step towards the conservative pipeline. Now, if you're unaware about her history with the Orange Man, he didn't like her very much.
Yeah, he very much doesn't like her all that much, but she also has slandered him over the years, so...
He, in all caps, I hate Taylor Swift. She's a childless cat lady. I want you to bank that for later
What part of that was false?
in the video. But once this engagement happened, we had a public statement put out by Pumpkin
Childless cat
Man. And he said, wow, Taylor Swift, you know what? She's a great person. She's a terrific person even. And I'm very happy for them.
Okay, take that one a point against Trump. He does flip-flop a bit on some things like that when it comes to people personally.
Wish them best in their marriage.
But you can also be someone who dislikes someone and still wish them the best. Or do you think that you can't do that because you're on the left, the violent side?
Okay. Now, I'm not claiming that Taylor Swift can control what
You're probably just throwing up in your mouth a little bit at this point. Let me break it down for you. This lady is saying nothing. She is appearing
So
to
far,
say
nothing.
words, but we call this patter. And that is, what she's doing is a special version.
I'll let him
where
keep talking. I gotta
you
grab
throw in
something.
proper nouns. Actually, you know what, guys, listen to the song Hook by Blues Traveler. Such a great song. It doesn't matter what I say, as long as I speak with conviction that makes you feel that I've conveyed some inner truth or vast reflection. Now, I changed the lyrics, and I know the lyrics to the song. But because I'm
Yeah. This is what I hear when this lady speaks. Yeah. This is the basis of her. Yeah. It's Charlie Brown adults.
speaking,
That's all you get from her. She said nothing of value,
the next thing that I'll do is
and the
I'll
only thing you
refer
lost was the time
to,
listening.
Familiar heroes from long ago, like Peter Pan. What a great song. What a great song. Basically, the whole song is him saying nothing and explaining to you that he's saying nothing. And they wrote this to make the point that the words don't matter. What matters is the feeling conveyed. This is what this woman is doing. That's why she's not saying anything.
Yep.
That's what she's
says,
saying.
or that they are.
It's like nails on a chalkboard. I'm skipping ahead.
See where we're taking steps.
Taking steps towards
When
what?
I first heard the lyric,
Yeah, what are we taking steps towards, honey? Happy life? Happy families?
I'm not
What?
a bad bitch,
What are we going
and
towards?
I'm not a savage.
What?
If that is not the most dog whistly shit I've ever heard in my life. Moving on
Those lyrics are just things she's rhyming. They mean nothing.
onto wish list. Let's take a moment for these lyrics.
Saying I'm not a savage is dog whistling? Are you supposed to be savage?
Yeah, do you want her to turn into like fucking Eminem or something?
They want they want a fat ass and a baby face. They want freedom. They want 3 dogs they call their kids. But I just want you. Have a couple kids, have the whole block looking.
Hey, how about that? She just wants her husband and some kids. Or at this moment in time, it'll be her future husband and some kids. How about that?
Like you.
Okay.
And say that again. I want to have your white babies, and I actually want our entire neighborhood to be racially homogenous. She went through this entire thing with Trump, right? About
So now just because both her and her boyfriend, husband, soon to be, are white, that she's trying to whitewash the neighborhood.
how she and her fan base did not like being called childless cat ladies. And now
embarrassing, right?
Taylor is calling y'all childless cat ladies.
Let's
Because she agrees that being childless leaves you a sad life where you're lacking some heavy levels of, some heavy feelings that really come with having children. I don't have any myself. I've said this in other videos, but I have a little niece who is just the best ever. I love seeing her smile. I love having her come over to, the house to play and everything, and it's nice and fun. Got a little outdoor little house for her to go play in. She's got her own little dish set. It's great. She's fun. It's fun playing with her. And she chooses everything. We even basically let her choose when she's done playing because, well, she's 2. She's at the age where, yeah, it's not easy to understand certain things, but we're getting there. She at least knows how to pick up her own toys at the end of playtime.
go.
kids. And you know what's coming next? Taylor Swift line of baby product. You too.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. She's gonna monetize the hell out of you guys as her fan base. She's gonna take it, go with the Taylor Swift baby blanket, the Taylor Swift bassinet, the Taylor Swift stroller. And you all, even without kids, will just buy them anyway because they say Taylor Swift on them. It's like the Star Wars fan watching a Star Wars film because it says Star Wars, don't it? The Disney logic. Well, it says Star Wars, huh? Huh?
Pop out some kids and
Guys,
live in
I have been telling you the whole time, Taylor Swift, let's go. When she was at the NFL, and all these people were like, this is dumb. Taylor Swift be them. I'm like, I stop. You're wrong. Taylor Swift is beloved by all of these young ladies, and these like Gen Z. Her audience is actually largely millennial. We talked about it quite a bit, but there are a lot of Gen Z women too. They're gonna walk in the living room where Dad's sitting on the couch watching football, and they're gonna say, "Can I watch football with you, Dad?" And he's gonna absolutely come on in. And now that's gonna bond father and daughter better. Now maybe they're watching
Exactly.
football for the wrong reasons, you might think, but who cares? The kids will spend more time with their dad. Defend Taylor. That's why I said the dad should be saying, I think she's great. It's really cool that your favorite singer is here watching the game with us. You know, she's marrying a football guy. You know, I love football. And then you can deal with these you can have less daddy issue ladies.
Exactly. That would be a great moment to have, daughters across America see Taylor Swift in the stands watching football, being able to enjoy, the moments that her husband's down there. She's watching him perform at his peak and do the best he can because she's proud of him for that. Well, you can be a daughter where your dad, he might be watching the same game that, Taylor's sitting at, that Travis is playing in. And yeah, you can have some very, very fun extra moments there. Maybe even convince your dad, hey, maybe we could go to the game. And then maybe you have a chance to even bump into her while you're there. I wouldn't say go try to bump into her there and hunt her down. That just sounds like a safety issue waiting to happen. But if you organically bump into her while you both happen to be at the same game, hey, look, you get a cool moment for yourself, too.
Less daddy issue ladies.
a racially homogenous neighborhood. This song was very much giving pick me. I thought that we learned our lesson with the she wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts. The pick me song.
I hope that doesn't get picked up.
This is
That's actually true. Like our first big song was basically being a pick me. Like, look at me,
Yeah.
I'm cool, and I'm not like her. Like, so yeah, legit.
in this different
Yeah, she did kind of make her start off of, I'm not like the other girls. I'm just here to be different. I'm the different one. So yeah, I do get her point there that she did try the exact opposite path. But guess what? It looks like it didn't work out for her for decades. For decades, she had relationship failure after relationship failure after relationship failure. And maybe she finally changed something inside her with how she does her own relationships, because to the whole audience, I don't follow her hardly at all, like most men. However, because of how popular she has become over the past couple years, she has catapulted herself to this new level where you can't avoid finding out some of the things, and I think it's wonderful. You okay there? You want out? No? Okay. But yeah, let's continue.
font, but worse. Do you
More
understand?
worse.
Not to mention the blatant disrespect that it is to put a song about Travis Kelce's over a Jackson 5 interpolation.
Yo, she's
I'm so happy she's bringing this one up. Oh, this is Taylor just being proud of her guy and his member, we'll call it.
not kidding. The song is called Wood, W-O-O-D, Wood. Ah!
So cringy and stupid, but I love it.
Meltdown's awesome.
This all feels so blatantly obvious to me. The pipeline that we are sliding down, especially with her
You, ma'am, are a retard. Continue.
bestie. The
Agreed. Continue.
same week that the album was announced, Lana Del Rey came out with this cover.
Wow. Remember when there was an article that was written about Candace Owens and Brett Cooper, and it was like the womanosphere, these female influencers telling women to like have babies. Yes, have babies.
The fuck? I feel like I'm on the show Pranked and also on
Pranked.
Black Mirror.
Punked.
It's a
No, I actually agree.
You feel like you're in Black Mirror. I felt like that, but rather the last 4 years when we had this crazy group of government in charge where the so-called president had taken off like 200 something days over the course of 4 years, and also, like wasn't around for a bunch of days. He disappeared all the time and no one questioned it really. And then also the policies of the previous organization or administration were just terrible for the country at large. But continue.
This is on Black Mirror, but she's the darkness, right?
Yeah, she's part of the darkness in the Black Mirror. She is not the part that is in it. She is what's causing everybody else's feeling of that.
Regular people wanting to have families is the norm. You are the future dystopia behavioral sync deviant.
The crossover episode. This is where I'm going to add, the comment that Travis Kelce made about him being honored to play football for Orange Man. And this is where I'm also going to answer your question. Well, does she owe us her political opinions? She's just a pop star. Well, yes.
No, she does not owe you a dime. In fact, she owed you nothing, and yet you still probably chose to give her thousands of dollars for her merchandise and albums. And she gives me the drift that she went to at least one of those Eras Tour shows the last couple of years.
She does.
That's right, she does.
She's a white woman with one of the...
Because she's a white person.
Most massive...
And who's saying that?
In our world today. In Miss Americana, she platformed herself as an ally and monetized off of that.
Seethe.
The craziest fact about this is if this lady actually thought everything there, Taylor Swift could completely vanish from the public eye for the rest of her life, theoretically. And she would never have to work another day because she has that much wealth at this point that she has accumulated. And through just, everything she's already made, it would definitely still pay the bills year over year over year.
I want to feel the fire that burns you. You're so angry. I got to be honest. I don't really care all that much about Taylor Swift. It is what it is. But we have long said this. The moment Taylor Swift gets married and has babies, all of these young women are going to be like, baby time. And they're going to buy Tay-Tay brand diapers. And they're going to make Taylor Swift a bigger billionaire than she already is.
Yeah, it'll either go that way, or they will flip-flop and just be like, oh, we're all done with Taylor. We need someone else now who fits our narratives of being childless and not wanting to be with men. Because that seems like what most of her fan base has been.
So y'all can cry all about it, but guess what? You know what the truth is? You were on the wrong side of history the whole time.
Very true. Very true.
A white woman with the biggest platform in the world to make moves with politics? Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I think the reality is this woman, Taylor Swift, never told you to be a retard. You got that
she never told you to be a retard. In fact, if you had actually listened to the messages in her music, her music was a lesson for you to learn from, not an inspiration for you to follow. Can I help you? Can I do something for you? One second. I'll play this.
Somewhere else. Taylor Swift, in fact, is still not saying there should be nothing but white babies. You made that up because you are all retarded. And I mean that respectfully. I believe that you just need some mental assistance.
Yeah, they made up the whole white babies part just simply for the absolute facts of life that Taylor is white and Travis is white. Oh my God, white plus white equals a white baby. Was that hard to figure out? No.
With your cognitive disabilities. And maybe then you'll figure out how to function in society. But you know what? I'm having fun. Shout out Taylor Swift. That Wood song is really weird, but you do. And if you can convince women to go get married and have kids, you're doing great. Thank you so much. That's it. Smash the like button, subscribe.
Yeah, smash the like button, subscribe, go over, subscribe and like Tim Pool's video, and get on out of here with your day. I'll see you tomorrow.